Hello boys and girls, my name is Yoshi and welcome back to the Nightmare Battle that is Fort Hatno. Clearly, I think what I'm gonna do is focus more on safety. I've gotten too far to not have stuff. I think this one pretty much requires us to do more stuff. So there are specific battles, things that can also help us out. Damage from fire, damage from ice, damage from this. Material drop away and other stuff. An extra one I'm gonna get though is that, and at the very least get the rupees again. But because of what changed now, we have to actually go back and get more supplements. Have to keep getting these because they're gonna use them a lot. So we're still determined to use the rupee effect, but the second effect will be changed to start the battle with 1+ health. Fortunately, there's no other reduction. Actually, no, wait. There's something better, actually. Let's get this. We could probably even stack the effects if you want, but clearly we're not going to be able to win without these. Oh, I just realized. Cooking has no effect on Divine Beast battles. So, the previous video we did the Divine Beast part, but because we lost on that previous mission, we're able to start from ground now. Because the game thinks we've already done the mission, so now we can just go straight from ground. Alright, basic gist is, yeah, a bunch of Guardians are taking out in Fort Hatno. They're really bad, and they're really annoying, and yeah, they're just gonna destroy us. I just realized if we skip this, it does take a longer time to load. Maybe this is just the game being like that. To be fair, it's a big battle. Alright, so, we need to really go for food. We need to avoid more enemies. We also have to deal more damage to them. Make use of our sword especially. Impa should be the second main character. We shouldn't actually use Zelda's attacks unless we need to. Because right now, Link is the only character worth really using. That and Impa, maybe. At first, it's okay. It feels like nothing's happening, but later on, this gets more tedious. Once they start actually invading the fort. But yeah, in the last video, we did not do enough damage, clearly, to go fast enough to actually win the Fort Hatno battle. We also took way too much damage, in my opinion. So we ended up kind of getting destroyed as a result. Oh my gosh, he's not even doing anything. Oh, did I, like, boot? Did he lose his weapon or something? Okay. Whatever, boy. I'm smarter this time. I'm gonna save my special attack for when those stupid Guardians come out again. Because they're really annoying in this game. That's where we basically lost. We honestly... Do we have a pause set up? No. All we can do is exit scenario. So we'd have to, like, purposely lose our health fast then, in order to reset from a checkpoint if we, like, take too much damage now. Unless we can get more healing. Don't really know where the best places to get healing are, though. I'm assuming if we don't invade them, we will lose anyway. It's raining, so we can use the lightning to our advantage, actually. Something I completely forgot about. Yeah, because it uses the lightning around it. So if it's raining nearby, you can use lightning to do cheap effects on the monsters too. So we're going to use that along with our special, because this is a Lino, actually. I'm joking. Yeah, I used this on the Lino instead, because they're arguably more trollier. Ooh, at least this time we got through that easily. What makes the Rhino so tricky is we have to actually avoid their attacks more often and predict them. And fire enemies are especially brutal because apparently they can take away some of our food if they hit us. Actually. Okay, there we go. We finally got something we can work with. I don't want to use all of my attacks just yet because obviously I want to save my abilities for the very end when all those enemies come and we need to like stun them all at once. Where we really screwed up is we lost a lot of because Link took way too much damage from these enemies. Now I know we should probably focus on stun locking the enemies. Whoa! Okay, we got a Fairy Rush on something. Not even sure which Guardian we're trying to target, but right now I want to target the ones on top if we can. I think just because of how brutal they are, we might want to just freeze them naturally anyway. That way they don't get a chance to shoot us. Okay, we also are invulnerable without getting that. So that helps out a bit. Good, he's not going for me for once. I decided to freeze them instead. Freezing them is probably more broken, especially when there's so many enemies. You probably want to just spam the freeze move on them over and over again. For those of you who don't know, Stasis is probably the most overpowered rune in this whole game. If you know how to use it, you can just kind of freeze lock a lot of enemies in place. Save your healing for later, when you actually, like, need it. I missed. I hit the weaker enemies instead. The Guardian's kind of in a weird spot. It's hard to hit. We're gonna special him just because we can. Good, we took him out right away. So, my number one mistake before was not using Link properly. I just realized we didn't really see this cutscene mod, so just in case anybody's messed up, I'll show you guys what happens. Alright. Well, I think for starters, it's clear we cannot just steam rush through everything, but there's also too many Guardian things around. So what we should do is have Link actually take care of the Guardians and just start cutting through everybody, including the ones at the camp. But maybe he should be the one to defend, and the other characters should try to focus on cutting through the enemies at the camp. maybe if we just spam the save or again, we'll be fine. Otherwise, it'll be kind of tricky. I will say, though, we're probably going to on a stasis a whole bunch. I'm showing this off again because this is a pretty inspirational scene. I will say, this is definitely one of those hard battles, though. There's just so many enemies to deal with. It almost feels like the odds are stacked against you. You gotta remember, the princess still doesn't really have a good weapon right now. So instead, she just casually gets the light out of nowhere. I think I'm going to change my plan slightly. That will help. Link will be the one that defends the area. Everyone else will kind of just split and do their own thing. So for the most part, I'll probably be mainly controlling Link with the goal of just destroying all the enemies around first. Before we do anything. First off, though, we'll try to destroy these enemies first with the bow of light. Can destroy these guys pretty easily. The tricky part comes when they suddenly appear and attack out of nowhere. Like, this part is pretty simple. But then after this is where the enemies get really tough. Link, you're gonna permanently become the main character again, and we're going to have to do stuff. It seems silly at first glance, but in reality, yeah. More Guardians are headed this way. I see. So now we're gonna just go around and hunt Guardians, I guess, for a bit. We can't let any get to the fort. Okay. Does feel like there's a lot of them, though. So again, we'll probably just make use of the freeze trick. And as you don't know, if you get really annoyed with dealing with certain enemies, you can kind of just keep freezing them in place, and that's probably what we're gonna do this time. I don't know why, but I really didn't want to use this trick at first. It feels a little bit overpowered to do, but with how fast these enemies are now, I've been pretty much forced to do things differently. So everyone's just going around hunting everybody down. And if they're about to, like, do something, then we'll just, freeze. Oh, hey, there we go. See, just by defeating more enemies, I think we've gotten more health back now. We're saving the dudes, too, so things have changed. If somebody gets near an outpost, we'll probably have them capture that first so they can auto go to the next one. But otherwise, we'll be trying to slowly take out the enemies as Link for now. Okay, we have another one over here. Which will freeze. And now they're finally beginning to move. Don't have a move to counter this unless we could do this bit animation. Okay, just doing that seems to be their weakness, because they seem to keep getting stun locked if we do that properly. Okay, now we got this one down. Now we have to take out the others. The Guardians are probably gonna be the biggest threat most of the time. If we can't stop them from a very forward hand, no, we can't really do anything. Or in this case, there's more like a vinyl. But yeah, we're gonna try and take them out early now. Now this is going to seem like a slower battle, but this is kind of one of those battles you have to do differently. Vinyl's probably the more annoying threat because we don't really have a good strategy for him other than the trick. I'm not gonna lie, once you know how to use this trick, the game becomes much simpler because you can get weak point smashes more easily. Problem is, I don't always play this game every day, so sometimes I forget what the best strategies are, and we kind of just have to do that. See, now we're facing them one at a time. This is way easier. Alright, We're taking the setup early this time to make sure that we do this fast. I think more enemies will start coming towards Port Handel too as we start going in. Dude, we're already trying to... We've already struggled trying to save you before, and now you're getting destroyed. Yeah, these silent captions are kind of useless. All they do is get destroyed, you know? Alright, let me take out this right main vinyl first. Attack our enemy. Then we can get through. Wow, we're getting a bunch of stuff though. Okay, well, if there's one thing I've learned is we probably want to save the dudes this time. I hate that we can't rescue them anymore like we could in the original. They just die after a while, which is really annoying, actually. Before, you could keep infinitely refilling their health over and over again, as long as you keep the shop. Oh, perfect. Okay, well that didn't take as long, because we have other stuff. Alright, yeah, Link is gonna be the monster hunter, basically. Whoa, he went all the way over here. Oh yeah, there's still Guardians over there. I'm assuming if they fall, then they're going to be defeated next. So yeah, I think our best bet is to just hunt down all the Guardians fast. We'll start off with Bane this time to make this easier. Then we'll do the stun trick again. I'm not doing it all the time though. I'm trying to wait for him to actually do something. At the moment he does his beam attack, that's probably when I want to actually use the attack. Yeah, if he does that, we can just avoid. Oh, that's another way we could do this too. Oh, wow. Now he's down on the ground. At first I was worried we didn't have anything to protect against that attack, but we got him down anyway. Well, slowly but surely we're just hunting everything down. This is basically my vengeance. Since I'm bi, obviously, I didn't know what was going to happen, so I went in thinking I could just go for the... I pretty much made the classic gamer mistake on this game series, where I tried to go for the objective too soon, and yeah, I almost immediately got punished by the fort falling multiple times, and we got stuck in an infinite loop because the game saves after checkpoints, and if you were to vote, you would have to go back to the very start of the area again. So, if it's one thing I've learned is, we need to make sure we, take out all the Guardians first, and if we so much as even take a single fort first, I'll be fine. I'm assuming this part's right here, when I do the fort. I need to remember this part, because this is probably the part where we want to do the secret. Oh, hello. Whew, that was close. Wait a minute. Why did it say Impa was low on health? He just said I refuse to fall here like he was low on health. But he's not even damaged. That makes no sense. This game is so buggy sometimes. If we could capture the other outposts as well, maybe that'll slow them down more. But right now, we're just kind of hunting stuff as Link. I know we could be hunting them as Zelda instead, but I don't know. I think Zelda's better reserved for doing the objective, since she has to face less enemies. I think my first idea before this was Zelda uses the secret instead, and Link defends. Or goes for the objective, because that's usually the fastest way of doing it, but... So anything that's silver, any enemy, rather, that is silver. There we go. See, now that we're freezing both of them at once, it makes it much easier to stave them all off at the end. Alright. As we clear more of those enemies and the guardians especially, we'll be able to get through. What we really need to be careful of is just try not to have too many enemies on screen at once. That was the mistake we made last time, was we saved too many enemies and we just kept on getting chained. If it was, like, on an easier difficulty and we had 2 players, we could probably stave off the attack just barely. This time it wasn't enough. We pretty much had no choice but to take that hit this time. Sucks when that happens. Okay, well, he's going to give me a free weak point session. I won't complain about that. Okay, now we have a special, so if that setup ever happens again, we could just special him in the face instead. I just realized we don't have to use Link on everything. That's just a backup I used, because... Right now, Link is our best character. We're taking out these Guardians. We can take them out pretty fast with Link, but they take forever with any other character. So right now, we're just trying to clear the field of them. Okay, Impa, your turn. You're gonna fight this dude. Which is now going to be more important than ever, because if we're in a rainy area, it does more damage and is more efficient to use the thunder attack. So the thunder attack is just good on everyone but the electric enemies, as long as you have the electric affinity to work with. Oh, we still haven't used it yet, because we haven't done it yet. Okay, well, makes no reason not to use it on this Guardian then. We can even use it similar to what we did before. Like, when he's about to do the feint, we could just interrupt him. Make sure he never actually does the stupid feint. Okay, Link is at least going for enemies. That's not bad. Okay, good. We got Seshel back. Even if that's not the best version, that's still better than nothing. And we can use our special. Alright, whatever. I think we've done enough damage now, at least right now. We want to, at some point, trigger the battle setups anyway. Okay, we have ice. Let's use that on him. Oh, perfect. Wondering why we didn't get more of those attacks so frequently. We're slowly but surely making our way through this. I just realized if you tie off all of its legs, it'll eventually go into the ground there. Alright. Now we can clear this safely, and now we have to go back and clear all the other enemies out. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time and have this take forever. Zelda, you're gonna go for the most furthest away one possible, which is all the way over there. That is where you're going to be. Permanently, for the hopefully the rest of the info, and then we're going to focus on... Ah! Oof. We just got the special in time to stop him. My gosh, we're getting oh my gosh, those friggin' Koroks, dude, are being annoying. What did I talk about? Sometimes you get through the bigger enemies so easily, and then other times the weaker enemies end up becoming annoying. So because there's an Korok nearby, we kept on getting interrupted over and over again. Alright, you jerk. Let me destroy you so you never attack again. There you go. Now let's hope that never happens again, and now we have to take out even more Guardians. This is a part where we got destroyed before. This is the part where we should be spamming this move over and over again. Because with this many enemies, if we don't do this, we're probably going to be screwed, honestly. Probably the safest bet, if we don't have the material, is to just run away, then go back in after we have this move in. So we could slowly but surely clear them out. If any of them get weak point sash, sure, we'll do something different. Doesn't help that one of them is fire. I want to take out that one first if I can, then I could start bombarding the rest. Okay, we avoided that. Okay, whatever. That works. Okay, we got rid of one of the Guardians. Yeah, we have to rely on the fact that we'll get lucky enough to destroy the enemies. I know there's kind of a hint to when they attack, but they can be kind of annoying sometimes. I just realized something. Could probably switch right as they're about to attack, too. Oh, great. Except when they do that out right off the bat. What if this is the strat? Alright, this time we avoided them. But we're getting out of food. What's annoying is we can't just ignore them either, or they're going to go into the fort immediately. But we also can't face too many at once, so what little choice do we have to take them out one by one? I don't know a better way to really get HP now than to probably just cut the fish hoping for it to appear. Well, it helps that we've already stunned this enemy. Okay, so every time we see this animation, that means we've defeated one successfully. I wish there was a more easier way to figure out where all the food is located. Because if we can't find any good ones, so you have to just kind of focus on looking around the map, I guess, for a bit. Feels like we are stuck in this battle for a while, but to be fair, this is what we have to do. See, or I don't use like we get destroyed, or I use them too much, run out of oomph, and then get destroyed. See what Hatsuno's looking like right now. There are enemies inside, but very little, if any. Figured I'd quickly clear those out. Does look like we're doing like nothing, but in reality we are doing something. It's just taking a while. Because of course we have to keep going back because of those annoying guardians. Well, I think I was smart to leave this battle like this, because if it takes this long to get through all these enemies, that's a sign we have to... Okay, we finally found... So we just have to go for barrels, basically. The barrels could just randomly have food in them, and that's what you're hoping for. Yeah, immediately using some of those to heal. Okay, that one's easy enough to deal with. Okay, well, Link can go here, I think. Oh my gosh. Hurts when there's our weaker enemies damaging you too. Of course, we have to focus on the Guardian because he's the main threat here. How did that miss? I thought that was going to do more damage than it did. Okay, when we have this form active, that's probably how we're gonna do most damage in this form. Yeah, I think I figured out what to do. Yeah, that move that we just did there is kind of overpowered. Maybe that's what we have to use. We were just not thinking about how we use it properly. Okay. Okay, we're gonna switch to Impa now. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we're getting more food now. We should have just looked at the keeps. That's probably where our best spot to find food was. Also helps that we defeated the monsters now. So as long as they were stopped at the keep, we were fine. I'm sure with good speedrun strategies, you could probably deal with them much faster and not have to worry about this. There we go. Okay, well, to be fair, Impa's weapons are strong. Okay, so now that a lot of the battlefield is cleared out, hopefully we have enough time now. We could just focus on the objective now. I do want to prioritize doing specific things, so, Zelda, you go to Pura for now. Down to just one device left, and It was right next to it, but I'm still worried about the other enemies. We'll start by taking on you then. Whew. Jeez, that was as close as it could have been. A special just vessel just for the vulnerability frames and so we can take out this dude faster. Honestly, the fact they made the normal mobs so much more interesting means you suddenly have to pay attention to your surroundings a lot more. Before, they kind of were just there. Didn't really seem to do much, but now they actually do things, that's kind of scary. I'm just gonna heal the full. Freeze you before you do anything bad. Nope. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Okay, now we have to interrupt this briefly because Thunder Blight Ganon will appear briefly. I got now she doesn't have full health, maybe because we took a lot longer to get to this point. Despite the fact that not many enemies were attacking her. Okay, well, we're just in time for this now. Yeah, now we get to defeat Thunder Blight Ganon again. This is what we'll do with, Ah! Let's back up first. Now, hang on. Mostly stunned them so they wouldn't get in our way. Wow, that was really useful. This version of Zelda is definitely more powerful if you can use it right. It's just tricky at first. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now that we've destroyed a good amount of enemies, we should be fine to just get Pyro over here. So that delay strategy we did there, that's definitely the strat you want to do when finding the Koroks too. Another Blight. Okay, let's freeze lock him like before. I don't like doing this without knocking. Oh! I hit him while he's invisible. He was already vanished when I attacked. That's funny. Okay, I have bombs. Let's do that. Okay, good. We're doing much better this time. We didn't even get to Windbite Ganon before those Guardians suddenly showed up out of nowhere. And they are still showing up, too. Okay, this time we were ready for his move. There we go. That's what they get for messing around with my lab. So now we should be able to finish this, hopefully. This is our first time finally getting to this. So now they're being disabled.
Ooh, look at you.
Okay. Now the Guardian stopped up and running.
It will be done.
Okay, so they've stopped moving now. Okay, we have to deal with this Malice Guardian now. Okay, so by using that, we stopped them from moving towards the base now. So that'll allow us to just take out this Malice Guardian to finish it off. Okay. Okay, Barrett. That's the attack we want to see, as this one gives us the most damage we could do. Oh, that's the attack combo actually does a lot more damage than I expected. Okay, that works too. There we go. Got him. Finally. The nightmare is over and we are done with this storyline mission. At least we don't have to defeat the Navoris part again. If you want to see that part, that happened in the previous episode, but was also the episode where we lost, because we were not sure how to do this battle. But now we did it properly, and now we have our much more powerful weapon as a result. Her power nearly doubled once she got this, wow. I just realized certain weapons have seals. You'll want to forge them with the same seal if you can, but sometimes it's hard to find those. Because, like, randomly you'll get seals applied to your weapons. Smash through all this. We got some new food to use as well. Perfect.
Everyone, hear me now.
Okay.
With Calamity Ganon now awakened, here we stand at the threshold of the unimaginable. Despite that, we must not give in to defeat. We must not despair. We must stand and fight. Hyrule wields the divine beasts and their champions. We are armed with the knight whose sword will seal the darkness.
We didn't find any Koroks in that battle because I really wasn't focusing on them.
Brave soldiers! Everyone, you are mine to lead now. Calamity Ganon will be sealed away forever. But the power
Certain battles will probably become faster once we get more powerful, though.
We begin our march. Hyrule's fight to rescue all within it is now.
Alright. There we go. Alright, it's...
Well then, what did you want to tell me?
Uh-oh.
What are you? Huh?
Wait, why is he Sir I.S. now all of a sudden? Isn't that bastard cool? I thought he was a bad guy. What is going on? Alright, oh wow, now we have him as a warrior. We're probably gonna want to use him for training eventually. Oh my gosh, so much stuff just got unlocked. I'm gonna have to find my priorities now. Jeez, that was a big mission, locking a lot of stuff away. Discount. Alright. Reduced enemy damage. Oh, this reduces... Dude, we all got reduced damage. Wow. And we got an item from that. And Link finally gets his special attack gauge up after waiting for the whole game for this.
I'll do even better next time.
Okay. Not gonna lie, we are probably gonna start with the next couple of battles, considering what's been happening lately. With all the shenanigans and between all the regular battles we've been having, it's probably gonna be really tough, so... yeah, this is gonna be another... We're probably gonna have to do another grind mission thing. I said I would try to speedrun for most of the storyline, but that's mostly because we needed to get a lot of stuff unlocked. Oh, wait, we got more Koroks, nice. I just realized there's no reason not to be using the Koroks, but it's hard to track them. I also just realized something. What the effect does is show you what Koroks you have on previous battles. So if you go into a battle that has a Korok seed in it, before you even go into it, it might show a Korok icon next to it. I see. So that's how you're supposed to track them. That's when you know, oh, this is what I have to go to next. Alright. Well, anyway, that was a really rough chapter. That was definitely one of the hardest chapters yet. So now we're done each step like Finder. It's time to do some more challenge battles and do some more grinding, and we'll probably pick some powerful missions so we can try leveling up our characters too. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, see you guys later. Bye.